Hi, you're watching Meet the Diplomat, and joining us on the show today is the Ambassador of France to India, Mr. Dominique Girard. Hi, welcome. The Forum of Franco-Indian Initiatives, which aims to stabilize and strengthen the bilateral trade relationship between India and France, it meets regularly. And also the Council for Defense Cooperation has a meet every year. But the crucial deal, the agreement that was to happen between India and France on transfer of technology, production of French cruise missiles. Why was that put off?
Well, I think you have very different things in your question. You have the question of this Indo-French Forum. Yeah. That's basically a civil society kind of meet. So it's totally disconnected from official relationship. It's a place where people try to find ideas to stimulate the relationship. Right. And you have official relations and an official dialogue, you know, on strategic affairs, and you have also a very vast network of contacts between the two countries.
What about Council for Defense Cooperation?
Well, we have a defense cooperation agreement, and we have regular meets. So it is a vast network, and the thing you were referring to about this missile cooperation is a tiny element in all this, and actually what we have is contacts between French and Indian firms, French and Indian institutions, but it's only a small element of a very
that small
complex
element. Why was it put off?
It was put off because it was not ready. There's no political reason. There's just technical reasons, and you know, you need to have a situation where problems are ripe, you know, and when you can sign something, and that was not the case. But it has absolutely no meaning, no political meaning, no particular commercial meaning. It is just the fact that it's not prepared to be completed. We have a very good cooperation, very good system of consultations for these kind of things and many others. And that's going on. So that's what I can tell you.
Do I consider this as a rumor that this agreement, which was to happen, which was put off, the talk is on to get it happen, basically? Is it going to happen? The deal agreement is going to?
It will. Something will happen, but again, it's a tiny element. It's not a strategic element of our cooperation. It is not a big chunk of our cooperation. It is something sensitive. It is something interesting. The fact that the consultations, the negotiations, the conversations, the exchanges will be going on for a while do not mean anything particular. It is again the normal flow of discussions and cooperation, and it must not be made into a sort of
question. If it was very tiny a matter, if that was nothing very political, then why was that put off?
Well, you know, we may together try to set up a deal on something, and you're not ready or I'm not ready, so we just continue discussions, that's all. There's nothing more than that. Don't see anything more than that.
Now when India is planning to purchase around 126 fighter planes, do you see India as a good market?
Yeah, India is a very important market for this and for a number of other things also in the field of defense. And as you know, France's policy on that has been one which has been appreciated by the Indian customers, by the Indian buyers, because obviously our policy has never been determined by political considerations. We never change tack on a deal regarding defense equipment, and that certainly makes us a fairly particular supplier of weapons, of equipment. So, you know, we are one of the suppliers of aircrafts to India. I think that the Mirage has gained a very good place in the Indian arsenal, and clearly the French technology in this respect is considered as one of the most advanced and one of the most interesting possibilities for the future.
What is sold to India, almost the similar things are sold to Pakistan, isn't it?
No. You were talking about the the aircraft fighters. What we are proposing for the 126 aircraft is the Rafale. The Rafale is the most advanced aircraft of what the French are building, and it is considered as one of the most advanced aircraft. You know, it's in the range of the F-18 from the American side, and a few others in that kind. We have never proposed these kind of things to Pakistan, and so no. It's with India. You know, it's very clear. With India, we have a strategic relationship. We have an advanced strategic relationship and partnership with India. We have had a good relationship with Pakistan for ages, but there's a clear difference of nature between the relationship with India and with Pakistan, seen from the French side. So we are not, you know, it is not the same league.
France is India's third biggest weapon system supplier. But now when India has had a deal with America, nuclear deal, how does France look at it?
About the defense supplies, you mean?
No.
Or in general?
The nuclear deal that has happened between India and America. What is the perception that France is carrying?
Well, we have more than a perception, because actually our nuclear cooperation with India is much older than what the US is trying to do with India now. We have an old relationship. We worked together on a lot of projects before India exploded its first nuclear device in 1974. And in the last few years, what we have been doing is helping India sort of design a set of proposals that it could put forward to the international community to change its status.
So overall, you're happy with the deal that has happened between the US and India?
Yeah, I've said that many times. Actually, what has been achieved in the cooperation between, so far, in the cooperation between India and the US is exactly the kind of things that we are ourselves promoting, that we have been trying to make the basis of the relationship between India and the international bodies involved and concerned in this field.
What more are the expectations that you're having from nuke power India?
Well, India is a country which has a tremendous need in terms of energy. India has, in particular, the need to have a cleaner energy supply. And nuclear energy is a vital part of this kind of effort. You know, when you are serious with developing your energy efficiency, your energy supply at large, and also to protect your environment. So, what we have in mind is obviously to develop further our cooperation, our nuclear cooperation with India.
And how can we both together create a multipolar world?
I think that clearly France and India have in common an attitude towards the relationship among nations which is similar. We, I think, support the idea that the world should be governed by the notion that the interests of different partners should be taken into account, that you cannot have one or two countries which would sort of polarize.
More issues, we'll talk on those after a short break. Keep watching Meet the Diplomat.